So what is the Enneagram? The Enneagram of Personality is a framework for understanding human behavior. Some people call it the GPS of wisdom. I call it the Rosetta Stone of human behavior. But if you have ever wondered why someone behaved the way they did, the Enneagram is going to give you a framework to understand that better. So the Enneagram says our experience in life is dictated largely by where our attention goes. And our attention is going to go to one of 9 main places. And this is called your habit of attention. The Enneagram recognizes you're a completely unique individual. You have your own family history, you have your own life experience, you have your own neuroscience, you have your own temperament. These are all uniquely yours. But much like you have a country that is the country you identify that you're from, the Enneagram is like being from a country of personality. And when you understand your type, suddenly your behavior is going to make more sense. And when you understand the type of someone else, you're going to understand their behavior as well. I call it a tool for compassion because in my experience, when you start to understand what's going on for someone else, you might not like their behavior, but you can have more compassion towards it. So with that, I'm going to quickly run through the 9 habits of attention. And just to say, to be an Enneagram type, you are most of the things most of the time. Every single type I describe, you will hear a few characteristics where you think, I've got that, maybe I'm that type. That just recognizes we are complex human beings. If you start to think 80% or more of the time, I am 80% or more of these traits, then we may be narrowing in on your Enneagram type. So keep that in mind. In this video, I'm very quickly going to talk about the habits of attention. In the next video, I will delve more deeply into the 9 types. So type number 1 is called the perfectionist or the improver. The habit of attention goes to what could be improved or corrected. The habit of attention moves away from leaving things in a good enough state. So they're constantly thinking, how could I improve? Type 2 is called the helper. The giver, sometimes called the befriender. This is someone whose habit of attention goes out to the needs, the wants, the desires of other people. This is someone who is using their relationships to get their own needs met. So they're very focused on other people. They have a harder time recognizing their own needs. Type 3 is called the achiever or the motivator. The habit of attention goes to success, but not just simple success, success in the eyes of other people. So this is someone who is very focused on what other people are thinking about them. Their habit of attention moves away from failure. Type 4 is called the individualist, used to be called the artist or the romantic. This is someone whose habit of attention goes to what is missing. It's very easy for them to see what they do not have in their life. It can be harder for them to recognize what they do have. They can have almost a longing. So this is what's happening for type 4. Type 5 is called the investigator. This is someone whose habit of attention goes to concerns that they will be overwhelmed by the demands of the outside world. So the habit of attention goes to this idea that they might be overwhelmed, so they're going to have a very boundaried approach to life. And the habit of attention moves away from being spontaneous or having a sense there's abundance. Type 6 is called the loyalist or the skeptic. This is someone whose habit of attention goes to what could go wrong, what could be dangerous. They're scanning for threats. Their habit of attention moves away from positive or even moderate scenarios. Type 7, almost the opposite of type 6. Type 7, the enthusiast, the generalist, their habit of attention goes to what could go right, what's new, what's exciting. They have a blind spot for what could go wrong. They do not see that as easily. Type 8, the leader, the boss, the challenger, the protector. This is someone whose habit of attention goes to power and power dynamics. They want to feel strong and powerful. Their habit of attention moves away from vulnerability. And finally, type 9, the peacemaker, the mediator. This is someone whose habit of attention goes to harmony and moves away from conflict. So that's a very quick overview of the 9 types. In the next video, I'm going to get more in depth about each of the types. So stay with us for that. Thank you for watching.